Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rogers Kakasungura YouTube channel. A big thank you for your continued support. In the Republic of Kenya, to be very honest, and let no one say that I am fighting the clergy or maybe I am fighting the church. I want to make it very clear first before I proceed. Personally, I am a staunch Christian from the Pentecostal church. Number two, I am a leader. I am one of the board of deacons in one of the biggest churches in this Republic of Kenya. So when I speak this, I speak like a Christian, I speak like a leader in the church, and I speak what I know. All Kenyans can agree with me. Maybe pastors can't. In Kenya, we have allowed too much. As much as the Constitution gives us the freedom of worship, but Kenyans, we are overdoing it to an extent. We are now breeding criminals in the name of pastors. We are breeding criminals in the name of churches. The centers of worship, some of them have turned into cultures. But if we are not very careful, we are losing it as a country. Now, I was one of those people when the Shakahola task force was tabled to the president. I endorsed it and I said, this is what Kenya needs most. But let me tell you, those who are running illegal business in the name of a church, those who are running doctrines, misleading doctrines in the name of the church, are now fighting back the proposal. I am speaking this with a lot of confidence that if we are doing the right thing as a church, why are we fearing the new Shakahola task force report and their proposal? As a church, if you know very well, you're worshiping a true God of heaven, all of us are worshiping. As a church, if you know very well, you are doing genuine miracles. As a church, if you know very well, you are not misleading your audience, then why are we panicking when the government wants to impose the same regulations into effect? There's something wrong in this country. You find in an area where there is no school, we have 40 churches. Nowadays, even in very small towns, after every 20 meters, we have a church. After every 20 meters, we have a church. In some areas, in fact, after every 10 meters, we have a church. In some areas, by the way, after every 5 meters, we have a church. In Kenya, we have so many churches and very few schools. Why? Because the church in Kenya is turning to be a business. Now, a section of the clergy from the central and lower eastern regions are rubbishing the recommendations by the Presidential Task Force on regularization of religious organizations. And I'm asking, if we truly know we are doing the right thing as by the Bible, why do we fear the recommendations? If we know we are doing the right thing, if we know we are not sinning, if we know we are working according to the Bible, if, you know, as a Christian, when such regulations come, you should not fear, because as much as you do the right thing, you cannot find yourself on the wrong side of the law. So why should we fear? Criminals are fighting back. I'm not saying the clergy here that is speaking this are criminals, but I'm saying, why panic if you are doing the right thing? Under the umbrella organization christened Gikuyu, Embu, Meru, and Akamba Gema Unity Forum, the men of the cloth are saying the recommendations contained in the final report of the task force will kill the church if implemented. Killing the church how? How are we killing the church? Because the same regulations here are meant to curb some criminals who are running a church. If you know your church is legally registered, if you know you do genuine miracles, how is this going to kill the church? Because when I was reading the report, one, it says a pastor who performs fake miracles to deceive people will be jailed. The church is going to file returns. The Bible says, give Caesar what belongs to Caesar. Peana zakayo kile kinamuhusu. It's biblical. When Jesus Christ was teaching, alisema, patia serikali kile kinaruhusu serikali, kile kinahusu serikali. So when the government says, churches, please give us tax, what is wrong in that? Shida iko wapi? Some churches don't even help the poor. Some churches can't even help widows. Kazi yao ni ile, pastor anunuliwe Range Rover, pastor ajengewe nyumba mzuri, pastor awekewe carpet mahali anatembea, bibi ya pastor apimiwe nguo safi, pastor it's good, sikatai, it's biblical kulinda watumishi wa Mungu. But many churches are accumulating wealth without even supporting a community. Unapata wajana wanaishi karibu na kanisa wana chakula, but the church is collecting offering every Sunday. And the Bible says tithe and offerings should be used in the church and to help orphans and the poor and the widows. Ladies and gentlemen, can we be very serious as a country? Tuko na makanisa mingi lakini tuko na dhambi nyingi. Tuko na kanisa mingi lakini tuko na uhalifu mwingi. Now, these guys are saying that both parliament and the presidency should not give a nod to the report, not only for the church's best interest, but the country too. I want to quote what they said. The task force has recommended lots of things which we are opposed to us, the clergy, from Central and Lodwar Eastern region, including vetting of the clergy. Yes, pastor should be vetted. Why? Pastor should be vetted. Leta certificate yako ya shule mahali ulisomea theology. Iko shida gani? Because a church needs administration. You can't run and okay, tunasema ndio. I have seen ignorant pastors asking at Jesus Christ alisoma wapi? Yesu alikuwa anajua kuandika na kusoma. Alisoma wapi? Kama hakuenda shule. Jesus Christ understood the law of the Jews to the letter. Aliisomea wapi? Tunaambiwa katika Biblia wakati the parents of Jesus Christ, Mary, walirudi kumtafuta Yesu kanisani, walipata ameketi na walimu wa maandiko. Kwani alikuwa anafanya nini? Alikuwa anakamua ng'ombe. Si alikuwa anasoma? Ati Yesu hakusoma, sasa mnasema tuende kanisani. Who says that? Have you done your research and know that Jesus Christ went to school? Now if you do research, that time, kila mtoto of the age, lazima angeenda, apitishwe kwa masomo fulani ya hesabu, ya sheria, Biblia, na mambo mengine. Jesus knew how to read and write. How did he know it? Haya. Jesus Christ resurfaced at the age of 30 years. That's when he began to perform miracles. Hiyo miaka yote, kwani alikuwa anachunga ng'ombe? Hii miaka yote hii miaka yote Yesu amenyamaza, miaka yote almost 15 years hapa katikati, paka ameanza kufanya miracle na kufanya ministry at the age of 30 years. Kwani alikuwa wapi? Alikuwa amelala kwa nyumba. Why can't we read our Bibles well? Bana. Leteni hiyo task force bwana. Hiyo report ikuje, ikuwe implemented, tusaidie taifa la Kenya na watoto wa Mungu. God bless you, ladies and gentlemen. See you in the next video. Asanteni sana.